Hello everyone, Owl here, and welcome to Far Away. This is a Chinese visual novel that's actually been around for a few years, but the English translation has only come out in the last month. It's a game that's been very highly rated on Steam, and, I just want to get lost in a fantasy world, so why don't you guys join me? Okay, enough of me prattling, let's, new game. This is a dream. A dream about how I survived. Yo, look who's awake. You had heat stroke and you were out cold for 3 days. We thought you were dead. Didn't think you could pull through. You look more than just awful. Had a nightmare? I had a dream about my past. Could be your life flashing before your eyes, tough bastard. Tough bastard indeed. So tough that it grosses me out. My people put their faith in me, stood by to protect me, and I let them down. I chose to flee when I should have stood and fought. I chose to turn my back on the endless cycle of depression, hiding, parting, and disappointment. I fled my hometown, Bedjan. I didn't keep on fighting at all, and after that I escaped Bedjan. I drifted aimlessly for years in a neighboring country. Eventually the secret police caught me. Now I'm sitting in a prison wagon bound for repatriation. Here's the last bit of water. Drink it. Thank you. I'm not kidding. It's so damn hot here. The sun scorches everything in sight. Its heat, both a gift and a curse, beats mercilessly on the earth below. In the Conspiracies desert, endless expanse of golden sand threatens to swallow every soul who dares cross it. Kentrika. That's the Kentrika desert. To facilitate trade of the port city of Bedjan in the west, the great eastern nation of Irisar built a road through the desert long ago. Boop. But over time, the brutal environment and Irisar's exorbitant toll fees left the road nearly abandoned. Its glory days long forgotten. Now only people like us, prisoners, being carted back to Bedjan, still traverse this forsaken path. I turn my head, glancing at the other prisoners. Each one is drenched in sticky sweat, their faces drooping as they silently endure the oppressive heat. Thirst and heat gnaw at my spirit, draining my strength little by little. Every second feels like my life is slipping away one agonizing moment at a time. Perhaps this is my punishment. That city won't forgive a coward like me. We tried to save Bedjan, but our rebellion was crushed, effortlessly obliterated by the overwhelming force of authority and violence. The city's already stripped me of everything I hold dear. What more does it want from me? If only I'd been the one to die in that alley back then. The violent shaking of the prison wagon brings me back from meditation. Shouting and the neighing of horses come from outside, following by a halt of the prison wagon. What's happening? Are we having a rest now? The criminals next to me look just as terrified. Suddenly a sharp sound pierces the air outside. Gunshots? Bandits? What are they doing here? Why on earth are they targeting a bunch of prisoners? Gunfire echoes. Those Irisarian guys! What are they yelling at? Someone's attacking us. Damn, can't see a thing from here. All prisoners have the same voice. Come on, you know that. Soon, the sound of gunfire and the neighing of horses die down, leaving an eerie silence. Is it over? I feel as if the air has frozen and this stream of sweat is choking me. Suddenly, the door to the prison wagon is opened. Blinding sunlight shoots in immediately. Get out. A man in a black uniform, clearly not one of the Irisarian police, stands before us, yet I immediately recognize the symbol, what the black suit represents. They're from the Clover, the biggest gang in Bedjan. Oh! Who are you? Are you here to free us? Please free us! Shut your mouth. Line up and come over here. The gangster's cold, detached voice cuts through the pleas of the prisoners. He twirls a ring of keys in his hand, his indifferent gaze fixed on us. Several other gangsters stand nearby, their guns trained on us with unwavering precision. I glance around and see the lifeless bodies of the Irisarian guards sprawled around the sand, blood soaking the yellow grains beneath them. And as we all remember, yellow and red makes orange. That set of keys, it must have come from one of their corpses. What does he want with us? I doubt it's anything good. Nah, he just wants to hang out. Take these shovels. The man leads us to a nearby sand dune and throws several shovels at us. Rude. If you want to live, start digging a big pit. What? The criminals exchange confused glances. Hurry up. Don't waste my time. The man waves the keys in his hand. I'll do whatever you say. Please let me go. I'm begging ya. We gather and begin to dig a pit next to the sand dune. Soon we finish digging. Throw those guys into the pit. Later the man orders us to toss the body of the Irisarian policeman into the pit and shovel the blood-stained sand over it. I noticed that the man had already asked one of his fellow gangsters to strip the dead man of his uniform and weapon. They weren't trying to rescue us. Their real targets are the prison wagon and the Irisarian uniforms. As I'm digging, a thought suddenly crosses my mind. If their goal isn't to save us, but to carry out some secret plan, then those of us who saw everything will definitely be killed later. What will gangsters in Bedjan do? I know them well. So this is my ending. Well, it's just what a coward deserves. Alright. The man clasps his hands and asks us to stop. Now, everyone goes down to the pit. Thank you for cooperating. Now you may all rest. For good. As the gangsters raise their guns, the poor criminals finally get to understand what is going on and start to moan. Please, at least let me go back to Bedjan. I'm not on death row, I'm just a thief. Hell, I'd rather have been caught by the police in the first place. Why are you doing this to me? You said you'd free us. Yes, I did say something like that. Now remember, never trust a gangster. Please, don't kill me! Yais! The criminals in the sandpit fall to their knees, crying out helplessly. The gangsters watch them coldly without any hint of sympathy. Sympathy. I know that word. Yes, sympathy. Everyone's here. Do your job. Grudges! Gunfire bursts out in the hot desert wind. Ah! The panicked criminals try to escape, but their shackles hold them back. They trip over each other and fall to the sand. He's trying to escape? Ah, no! Don't kill me! Mama! Once again, someone pulls the trigger, and another life is extinguished right in front of me. This is an endless loop, isn't it? 2 more lefts! Go to hell! Don't kill me, I don't want to die! He's the one who gave me the water. Blame Bedjan for your death. My body moves before I realize what is happening. Ag! What the heck's with this guy? He took the gun, watch out! Ag! Ooh, that hurts! I didn't want to fight at all. Not anymore. But my body won't stop struggling. If I can't take down their leader, maybe... I'm trying to make a vain effort again. A sharp pain shoots up my back. I've been shot. Wonderful. You're still fighting even in this desperate state. Now, show me your will to live. I can't hold on any longer. I fall to the ground. Heh. That's all. What's with that look? You're no different from a dead man. Sorry to ruin your fun. I thought you were a fiery lobster, but turns out you're just an empty shell. Disgusting. I'm not killing you myself. I'll leave you here to die, dry out and die. The pain steals my vision, but I can still sense the many bodies around me. My blood mingles with the dry sand, and the stench nearly suffocates me. A story comes to my mind. They say the desert of Bedjan used to be filled only with the white desert roses. One day, people were surprised to find some red desert roses blooming. When they dug beneath them, they discovered a massive pit full of bodies. Desert bandits or robbers were probably responsible. This is how the red desert rose of Bedjan, a specialty, came to be. My wound continues to bleed, but the man in black has lost interest in me and is setting his men to work. Take those shackles too. We need them. Roger that! Bury them and we can leave. Hurry up. Can't stay here for long. Excuse me, may I? I lift my foot and let the gangster take away my shackles. I mean, he asked. He was fairly polite about it. The gangsters are gone. The world falls silent. They didn't spend much time burying the bodies. The sand is always shifting. We all know that. It will naturally bury us deep in the ground as time goes by. In the words of the Bedjan people, we will be returning to the embrace of Krosa, the mother of the earth. My body can still move, and maybe I could still save myself if I find water. But it's pointless. I know the only reason that man spared me is because he believes I can't climb out of this pit. I'm exhausted. I don't want to fight anymore. I lie in the sand pit quietly, waiting for death to come. I close my eyes and see fragments of my memory flashing by. I see gunfire, brawls, a malnourished kid and his crying mother. I brawled with them as well. I see a dirty slum, crumbling streets, and the ugly faces of the rich and powerful who I brawled. This is Bedjan, a city of no hope and future. But I also see the sunset on the beach, the golden sand, the fragrant grilled fish cooked by my mom, who I also brawled, and people who struggle but still remain strong and kind. Some water left in my body moistens my eyes. I hate the city I was born in, but I can't help loving it at the same time. Big mood New York. Driven by some force I can't explain, I struggle to brush off the thin layer of sand on my head and crawl out of the pit. I'm not trying to survive. I just want to die in my hometown. My injuries prevent me from standing, so I crawl forward, dragging a leg. I know I can't afford to pass out here. Heat, dehydration, and blood loss won't give me a second chance. If only I could find an oasis. There are resting places of the desert. Places that store water and grow plants. And sometimes inhabited by the Narban people, an old-fashioned, aboriginal people. These spots are mapped along the desert roads if I can get there. If I can get there. I try my best to move. After some time, the sound. I can't believe what I've heard. That's the wonderful music I've been hearing since I was a child. The sound of waves. I grew up near the docks in Bedjan. Every night I could hear the ebb and flow of the waves in the distance. Have I arrived at the shore? Not surprisingly, climbing over a sand dune, the sea appears before me. I know that I failed. The salty seawater won't save me. The resting places are inland, not along the coast. I've gone completely in the wrong direction. Is this it? No. I keep crawling. The sea breeze hits my face and everything feels familiar, like my hometown. I reach for shore. I dive into the sea and let the cool water wash over me, finally freeing me from this heat, bringing me a brief moment of peace. I really hope my blood does not attract sharks. It is painful at the beginning, but soon I feel nothing, just a tingling numbness. This is my home. I see the dock of my hometown. I've swum near it countless times since I was born. Great. Seawater washes away something that has been stuck in my heart for a long time. Like the child I once was, I start to relax, my fears drift away, and my mind clears. Bedjan, my home, seems so close to me, though I understand that I'm never going back. What's this? I'm floating on my back on the seawater, and something is hanging on my arm. This irritates me. Did I run into some sea debris at the end of my life? I try my best to lift my hand and grab the object. It is a necklace. Did someone drop it? What a coincidence. The necklace is simply designed. It's a small piece of stone attached to a faded gold-plated chain. Strange. I've seen lots of jewels, but I can't recognize the stone on the necklace. Looks like a sapphire, but whatevers. Blue, slightly translucent, spindle-shaped. I can see that it has been polished well. What is this? Suddenly the wounds in my body flare with intense pain as the water floods over me, immobilizing me as if something is pulling me towards the abyss. I clutch the necklace tightly. Something inside the blue stone is glowing. Just as I'm about to lose consciousness, I see the illusion of a girl with red hair. Oh! That was the cold opening! Here are the main credits for Far Away! That was a pretty intense cold opening. Krosa Nona, Mr. Wolf and Leisha Wolf. Starring Tim Chuck, Miller Yang, and Pete Warts. Belichick Ward and Gerard Warts. Enzo Kent, the Fat Man, and Dirk Game. Ugris and Axe. Special guest stars Andrew Howard, Bonnie, and the Devilman. Tracy Hari. Ellery Raff, Ava Narbra, and Tate Evans. With musical guests Amy Clow, Brian Clow, and the Van Yifs, and Alex, and Lee Bell, and Lion Yang, and Joe Candit, Clyde, Lady Anna, Ward, and Jaeger Smith, and many more on tonight's exciting adventure of Far Away, filmed in front of a live studio audience. Tonight's episode, The Double Date. Oh, this is nice. Yeah. Is it dawn yet? In a small bungalow in Bedjan's old quarter, a girl named Krosa wakes up in the living room of her home. My neck is so sore. I fell asleep at the table again last night. But I fixed the mechanical arm as I promised Brian. Ninja Brian? No, I dare not hope. That would be cool. Ooh, that's kind of cool looking. Gee, look at it. What a perfect fix. Nice job, Krosa. Alright, time to send the arm to Brian. Oh, and this one. Ooh, the necklace. Dad, let's go out. It's just like the one we have. Brian, here I am. Krosa, good morning. Oh, good morning, little Amy. Watch out, Amy. Krosa's got things on her hands. Okay. That's fine, Brian. She's just a little girl. You're a little girl too, Krosa. Oh, you fixed it so soon. Sorry to trouble you. Thank you. Don't act like this is the first day you know me. You're giving me goosebumps. And I'm wearing my own mechanical gloves, so it's not that heavy. See? They're awesome. Haha, you're right. It's a good thing that you're here. If I'd asked someone from the company to fix it, it'd probably take a whole week. Krosa, I made a doll yesterday at school. Can we play together? Wow, that's amazing. But your dad and I are going to work, and it's time for you to go to school, isn't it? Oh. Will you come again tonight? Yeah, if you want me to. Yay! Krosa! Jenny, good morning. Had your breakfast yet? Well, Alas, I knew it. Take this, your lunch is in it too. Nice! I really love the food you make. You're always so careless about your health. If you get sick, how am I supposed to keep my promise to your mom? I didn't think about that. Your parents asked me to take care of you, and I can't let them down. How dare you say this? You're the one who keeps asking her to fix things. Don't blame him, Jenny. It's time to head to the dock. We'll both get in trouble if we're late. All right. Remember to come home for dinner. Yes, ma'am. Free food? Don't mind if I do. Of the dock. This is the port of the old quarter in Bedjan. Countless steam-birthing freighters and ships dock here, becoming part of the city, even if only for a short while. Dock workers are naturally indispensable when it comes to loading and unloading cargo. Although some officials in the city hall keep saying that large cranes will replace workers, reality proves that they are wrong. The labor force is still needed here. The technology of mechanical glove and mechanical arm came from over the east more than a decade ago, making workers more productive. Krosa has been working on the dock for 4 years. Her father was once a docker too. She took after him and started her career. Her mother passed away when Krosa was young, and her father died in an unfortunate smelting accident. After that, Brian and his wife have taken care of Krosa, treating her like family. With the care from Brian's family and other dockers, Krosa never felt lonely and has been enjoying life at the dock. But recently, a doubt about her job has been creeping into her mind. Huh? Come over here and unload these. Coming! Poor men shout, poor men chant, poor men working all year round, poor men working all year round, no work again, like a clown, poor men working all year round. Hard for a monkey, never bound. Head down, head down. Come on, guys! So this is today's shanty. Yeah, I knew it was a shanty. I can't sing very well, but, you know. I gave it my best. I remember when my dad was working on the dock, he also joined the shanty. Nothing's changed over these years. I've heard that people here work until they can't walk anymore. Should I stay here my whole life? Do I really want this? A minimum wage job that's intense manual labor? Do you even get benefits? No, girl, no. Also, you can fix mechanical stuff. Ooh, menu. You can fix mechanical things. You have value. Hey, you! Don't zone out! Oh, sorry. What should I do? I don't know, man. I can help you. Watch out, Krosa! Huh? Oh, okay. Eyes on the road. What happened? Are you sick? No, I'm fine. What's wrong with this little girl? Haven't you noticed? Krosa has been spacing out so lots lately. The dock's not been doing as well as it used to, I get that. I don't think that's the case. Never try to figure out what's going on in a girl's head.
I'll tell Brian about this and let him do the job.
Huh? What happened?
Brian, you're here. We were talking about Krosa.
The dock workers whisper as they go about their business, unloading goods. Brian is a pretty careless guy, after all. There's no way he will understand what Krosa, who just turned 18, is really thinking. How would I know that?
Anyway, Brian, you should handle this.
Fine. I'll ask her after work. Just as Brian finishes his words, the alarm bell rings on the dock.
What happened?
Who rang the bell? It's the police officers over there. Krosa stops her work and looks at what is happening from afar in astonishment. The police? Oh man, is this a sting operation? Yeah, I know. I'll punish myself for that one later. A group of uniformed police officers rushes onto the dock. Each of them is armed and looks serious. Grr. Stop your work. Gather now. Put everything down. Cooperate with us. What's going on?
I heard that recently there are gangsters seeking trouble in the old quarter. Are they coming for those guys?
But why would gangsters show up here in the day? We're Group A of the Criminal Investigation Department of Bedjan Police Station. Please cooperate. Criminal Investigation Department? Brian, any idea what's going on? Don't panic! They're not here for us, maybe. Remember when the police investigated us before? They were looking for suspicious smuggled goods and smugglers on the Western Sea routes. Those smugglers who were heading to Gradgam? They were in cahoots with the pirates. Could it be that this ship we're loading belongs to the pirates? Gradgam is an island nation to the west of Bedjan. It's, here-ish, right? Yes, here. The two nations have a very rocky relationship. don't even have diplomatic ties. I mean, like, when they eat dinners together, they don't look at each other. It's awkward as hell for everyone else. For a long time, Bedjan's dock has been plagued by pirates from Gradgam. 30 years ago, there was even a huge pirate war. We could have made a game about that, but this story seemed more interesting. In contrast, Bedjan's two island neighbors, Irisar and Stamino, both maintain normal trade relationships with Bedjan. The dock's prosperity depends heavily on maritime trade with these two nations, which are basically these two guys over here. Not this. This isn't an island. That's a menu and that's a compass. If there are pirates and compasses here, they won't get away. Don't jump to conclusions just yet. The ship's called Van Yif. Its owner is the local Bedjan citizen, one of our regular customers. Boss of the Yif Customs Clearance, Hans Van Yif. You all know him, right?
Mr. Yif, there's no way he'd work with pirates.
Exactly. He wouldn't. Mr. Yif is a local entrepreneur and a good guy. Okay, just the fact that he said that means this guy's probably not a good guy. He'd never team up with those Kolsef damn shit for Gradgam. The male dock worker had a seizure right there in the dock, but this happened periodically, so people let him do his thing. So just calm down! At this moment, Krosa comes running up. Brian, what happened? I don't know. Let's hear what the police have to say. The dockers murmur amongst themselves, uncertain. Suna, tall and thin, sexy, drink of water, police officer. Sorry. Steps forward, looking serious and assertive and daddy-like. Tim Chuck here from CID. The officer flashes his badge and briefly introduces himself. We received a report that a wanted suspect is trying to sneak out of Bedjan by hiding in your cargo ship. Leaving right here from this dock. Smuggler? We've already questioned the ship's owner, Hans Van Yif of Yif Customs Clearance. He confirmed that neither his company nor his crew had anything to do with this incident. That means that the suspect is about to hide in one of those crates and the moose. I need to check every crate that's been loaded onto this ship. So, please unload them and move them back to the dock. Holy moly.
We just got them loaded onto the ship.
Please cooperate. The dock workers clearly hesitate, murmuring in resistance to the officer's demands, because they know better than anyone that Bedjan's new quarter's prosperity is built on the old quarter's increasing crime, a direct consequence of City Hall's negligence and corruption. As for dockers living in the old quarter's dock, obviously they don't have a great opinion of the police. Alright guys, did you hear what the officer said? Move the crates over here! Come on guys, let's move. Krosa responds to Brian first, and the other dock workers reluctantly follow suit. What a bunch of rats. The lead officer mutters with disdain and boredom. Sir, take it easy. The officer next to Tim Chuck hands him a cigarette. We're making a big deal out of catching a petty thief. Those idiots think we're idle. The suspect made an Irisarian bank lose a ton of money after all. You know how those rich Irisarian guys are. They have connections at City Hall, and our boss has to answer to them. How about the case of the sea sand? I remember that intel saying that there was a connection between the sea sand and the old quarter, right? We're still working on it. So no progress at all. Our deputy chief will flip if he hears what you've said. Over the past few months, the sea sand case has gotten even more complicated than the Clover case. And there's 4 of those! We'll find a lead as soon as we can. Just hurry up. You great, stupid son of a... Sir, I'm right here. I know you're here. I can't believe that someone would smuggle themselves inside a crate. Krosa adjusts her mechanical gloves and continues moving the crates to the designated area. A criminal? What did they do? Ugh. Suddenly the crate in front of Krosa shakes violently. She loses her grip and the crate falls to the ground. What? The lid of the crate bursts open and something climbs out. The salty sea wind of Bedjan. I almost got suffocated. A girl with tousled hair and freckles on her face is standing in front of Krosa. She's not very tall and looks a bit like a doll. She's on the short side. You could mistake her for an Oompa Loompa, but that would be unfair to the Oompa Loompas. Hey, who are you? Hey, you a policewoman? Me? I'm just a worker. You broke the crate, right? I was about to open it myself, but someone hammered some more nails into it from outside. My holy Kolsef. Well, we always reinforce things before moving them. Ah, now I see. Even the wisest gentlewoman occasionally falls prey. This saying is so true. I've never heard of such... That's not a real saying. That's not a thing. People don't say that. Anyway, thanks. I would have suffocated in that crate if it wasn't for your help. It's serendipitous that we meet here. May I have your name? Me? Just call me Krosa. Just a second. Why were you still here chatting with me? You're the one the police are after. Finally, they're coming for me? I thought they went to the wrong place. Again. Huh? Worry not, Krosa. I'll remember you. Please don't. Thank you again for getting me out of the closet, if you know what I mean. Oh, I mean the crate. I'll repay you if we meet again. Bye. Hold on. Yes, got more questions? Who are you? Why are the police after you? Me? Pretty much a partner of justice. That kind of character. A partner of justice? Who's wanted by the police? It happens sometimes. Have you read the novel named Super Thief Clark? Yes, I've read it. Super Thief Clark is a trending adventure novel in Bedjan. Krosa loves it. You're saying you're like that chivalric thief in the novel? No, the cat girl? No, I'm Darkseid. That sounds exactly like a badass villain! Wait, hold on. Is there a character named Darkseid in the novel? I was kidding. Why are you wearing a pair of mechanical gloves? I'm wearing this because I'm a docker here. You? Amazing! I haven't seen any girl who can use this so skillfully. Ah, except for that she-devil. Amazing? Seriously? I've been doing this job since I was a kid. It feels like second nature to me. Like eating and sleeping, just part of life. Your life must be full of adventures, huh? Puff! You're funny, kid. You called me a kid? You won't find the answers by standing here with a sad look and thinking for your entire life. If you really want to change your situation, why don't you just quit? Quit? Krosa looked stunned as if she never heard the word before. Just as Krosa zones out, the sound of footsteps comes from behind. There she is! While the two girls are chatting, the police finally spot their target and start rushing toward her. Oh no! This way! Without thinking, Krosa grabs the girl's hand and starts running. Huh? Hey, freeze! With her knowledge of the dock, Krosa leads the girl through the maze of crates and into the warehouse, leading towards a small gate. We're almost there! She does not know why she's helping the smuggler. She can only hear the pounding of her heart, and the sense, the feeling she never had before now. Just as they are about to leave the dock and enter the hallway of the old quarter... Ah! Ding, ding, ding. You're not going anywheres, Miss Hari. How come... The CID also handles smugglers' cases, so I'm kind of familiar with this place. You're with her? Ha! So you planned this long ago, didn't you? What a deadly invitation from you. You led me straight into your trap. Nice acting, you law-abiding citizen. Huh? Shut up. You pretended to be under my control, but you've actually been working with the cops this whole time. Cunning. Darn you, what a smart hostage you are. Don't resist. Just surrender and I'll forget I saw this girl. Resist? How could I? I am just an elegant but defenseless gentlewoman. With no weapons, dear officer, my escape plan has already failed. Go ahead and arrest me. This is what this criminal deserves. You guys cuff her. Roger. The girl is successfully handcuffed. You have the right to remain silent. Oh, by the way, how long do you think I'll be in prison? Sentencing for the court to decide. Oh, come on. You wouldn't lose your job for telling me that. Ha! Sounds like you're asking for leniency. You look pretty. It'd be a shame for you to end up in prison. I might even put in a good word for you. A pervy policeman reaches out towards the girl. A kick to the crotch, right in the playpen. The pebbles, boom, gone. Well, now I guess I'll be spending even more time in prison for assaulting a police officer. Just in case. Hey officer, how many extra years do you think that kick earned me? What on earth is she talking about? Is she or what? Sorry for not disciplining my man, but don't worry, our prison won't run out of food. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Smiles cunningly. Wait, did I say it out loud? Oops. Now leave of us. Krosa notices the other officers looking just as confused as she feels. The girl is taken away by the police. Next time, law-abiding citizen! The girl turns her head and shouts out to Krosa. Next... What? Next time? Brian walks over. There really are all kinds of weird people in this city. But hey, this is Bedjan, right? Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Alright, let's get back to work.
You're right, let's... Wait! Where's my necklace? No sooner does the farce end than Krosa finds out that the necklace she has been wearing has disappeared. Because it's in the ocean and the other guy has it, but she doesn't know that yet. But we know that because that happened before this. Whatever, let's move on. No! No way! That's my dad's necklace. How could I... The sapphire necklace, see, sapphire, is a legacy left to Krosa by her father. Krosa's father was killed in a smelting accident while working outside the city, so he did not even have a last word for his daughter, but it would have probably been pancakes. Why? Because I'm actually really hungry right now. That being said, this necklace, which her father left at home, becomes the only keepsake that allows her to feel reunited. Why? Did it fall off when I was running just now? What happened, Krosa? What makes you so nervous? What? You lost your necklace? Take it easy. I'll talk to the foreman and we'll help you look for it. Hey, have any of you guys seen a necklace? No, sorry. We've searched the whole dock, but there's no sign of it. Could it be that it fell into the sea? Oh. Krosa! Thank you, everyone, for helping me. You all have work to do. I'll search for it on my own.
Sorry for not helping you much.
Hey, cheer up. We'll finish your part of the work. Thank you. Thank you all for your kindness. And then the day kept going. And it turned to night. Krosa! It's getting a little close here. Krosa! Forget it, Krosa! Forget it. No, I don't want to. Make me. Yeah. Oh, never mind then. I was being too careless. Krosa seems to regain her spirit all of a sudden. I lost such an important thing, delayed the work, and even left it to others. I'll make sure to thank them all tomorrow. And you, Brian. You've been staying with me this whole time. Jenny and Amy must be waiting for you. Krosa! Don't worry about me. That necklace isn't worth a few goldens. I've been such a stupid person, ever since I was a child. Brian stays quiet and lets Krosa talk on her own. Krosa's voice gets softer and softer until it fades completely. I'm sorry, Dad. Feeling any better? I'm fine now. Thank you. I'm sorry. I always said I'd look out for you, but when you really needed help, I couldn't do anything. Brian, you've already done so much for me. I've got my job here because of your recommendation. That was all because of your father. I owe Mr. Nonette so much, and you're his daughter. I think of you as much as my own. Actually, more. I don't really like my daughter, but that's another story. I'll always help you however I can. Except for money, 'cause I'm poor. I see. Actually, Brian, I've been thinking about one thing. What is it? I think maybe I'm not cut out to be a docker. So, you're thinking of resigning? I never thought about it before, but someone brought it up to me today. That strange girl? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Brian. I like working here. I'm happy on the dock, and I don't mind hard work. But seeing so many people coming and going on these ships from all walks of life... yeah, people from all over the world. It's big and round. Exactly. For them, Bedjan is just the first step in their journey, starting point. But for me, this place seems to be my destination. Like I'll spend my whole life loading and unloading crates here. I'm not sure if this is what I really want to do. Oh, I see. Any advice for me, Brian? Krosa, you're smarter and tougher than I am. It'd be a shame for you to stay here forevers. You really think so? But there's always a but, Krosa. A big, thick but. I've never talked to you about this, but this city, it's not as kind as it looks. This city? Yeah. Being a docker is hard, and it doesn't pay much, but it's a safe and decent job because we've got the customs clearance company shielding us. It's true you might make more money and broaden your horizons in other places, but it's different out there, Krosa. Bosses in other places can be ruthless and only care about profits, and if you run into trouble with the wrong people, we won't be there to back you up. Anything can happen. Are you ready for that? Krosa's mind flashes back to the rush of adrenaline she felt earlier, running through the dock. Her heart races as she realizes what she truly wants. Yet Brian's words hold her back. She finds herself unable to respond right away. Take your time. You've got plenty of it. As for me, I've thought about leaving before, but I've never really followed through. I'm tied to this place. Also, my family, who I can't, abandon? I wouldn't even know what to do if I left. My friends are all here too, so I don't have another job suggestion for you. It's up to you to weigh all your options. Take your time to worry as much as you like, Krosa, and then make your own choice. Thank you, Brian. I'll think it over. I can't help but feel like losing your necklace might have been fate trying to tell you something. Fate? What do you mean? Jenny's always talking about stuff like that. Kolsef, spirit of the earth, how everything's meant to be, methamphetamines. If she knew about what happened to you today, she'd probably say it was your father showing you a new path. But she's crazy. You think my dad is trying to tell me something? About whether I should resign? Maybe. Depends on how you look at it. You could see losing it as a sign to let go of your worries and focus on what's in front of you. Me! Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. Or the opposite, like losing the last thing your father gave you, might be a sign to stop following his path and start carving out your own. Wow, that sounds great. Brian, are you a fortune teller? I'm a Jenny teller. She influences me deeply. Anyway, it's all up to you. Yeah. It's your life, Krosa. You've got the right to choose your own way. Whatever decision you make, I've got your back. I see. Let's go. Dinner's waiting. Not tonight, Brian. I've got to figure out and make a decision. I don't want this weighing on me while I work tomorrow. Alright. Spaghetti meatball night, though. Tomorrow, Krosa! See you tomorrow! Hasta mañana! Lately, Krosa returns home, her thoughts still circling the same question. Should I resign from the dock? It's true that I can't do many things. After I finished secondary school, I didn't have the money to continue my study, and my dad passed away in that smelting accident. I had to start working. The dock was my only option. Apart from lifting crates, I've fixed a few mechanical gloves here and there, but that doesn't count as expertise. What should I do? Even if I switch jobs, I'll probably end up doing something other labor-intensive work. But at least I can leave this place and get out to know more people. Bedjan's huge. The 2 quarters and all those other districts? Possibly 2 other quarters? There must be something for me out there, right? Right? Or should I continue to work here and save some money and then decide what to do in the future? Things might get easier to handle if I have more savings. Both ideas seem to make perfect sense. But I have to decide. I should... Okay. Real life, work at the dock for 2 years, save up money, then leave. But this is a game. We want the plot to move forward, so we're going to quit now. But I'm going to do a quick save first, just in case this turns out to be a horrible idea. Yay! And we quit. We outie. Perhaps it's time to change. End of day 1, day 2. Alright, I think that's a pretty good place to leave off. I mean, the game is broken into days like chapters, so I figure if we do 1 day or chapter per video, that's a pretty good way of breaking it up. Otherwise, these videos could go on forever, and my voice is only so good. So, thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe anyway. You know, curious to see where this adventure is going, and I hope you'll join me. Alright, have a good one, guys. Stay safe.